Moon Palace Resort during Hurricane Melissa and being assaulted by staff. I was supposed to leave Sunday. My flight got canceled. I tried to leave before and that flight got canceled as well. The hotel told us that we could pay additional money to stay, um, which I did. They informed us that Monday we were supposed to go downstairs, as you see that I am now, and be like in these little rooms, but they wanted us to be in a room with 900 other people and and sleep on these little lawn chairs and stuff. I spoke to a manager and I asked the manager if there was a way that I could stay in my room because I was staying on the 11th floor.
Okay, boom, viewers, welcome back to the channel. Subscribers, you already know the thing set. We're blessed. You also know the story incomplete. I've made it up on the beat, and as you can see upon the screen, the destruction that Hurricane Melissa left Jamaica. People putting at the comment section if your family is safe. You know, did you even hear from your family? You see me? Because we know certain parts of the island was hit worse than others. You see me? I say a lot of the infrastructure in Jamaica, as you know, is not up to par. But even the ones that is, couldn't survive a Category 5 hurricane. You know what I mean? This is one of the worst hurricanes people have seen since, you know, Gilbert days and before. You see me? I say. And you know, a lot of the airports them got destroyed. You see, man, so a lot of people who did want to fly out couldn't even fly out because, you know, government is shut down airports after a while, you know. This is why you're hearing the lady in the beginning of the video saying, yo, this whole ordeal just really an eye-opener because she never expect Moon Palace people them to deal with him. So, you know what I mean? And the travel people them, boy, oh boy, people. Just like and share the video from up on our social media platforms and let's air what going for not to go on this side.
And I felt like it made sense for me to like stay in my room. Like, and they said, okay. The hotel staff came. And when they came, they asked me, they was like, well, the security came, they asked me, they said, oh, who told you that? And I told them that the manager. So they got another manager. Well, before that manager came, another security guard came. I was in my robe. I told him that I needed to get dressed. Him and the other officers ran in my room, like tried to drag me out, talking about I need to get out, or whatever the case may be. And he was jumping in my face, um, saying that, like just saying different stuff, screaming and yelling and all that, which I do have videos of, which I could post later on. Then it's like they were trying to like get me out of my room, so I'm like, yo, can y'all at least give me a second to allow me to at least get dressed? Um, and the manager came. When the manager came, um, I think his name was Joel. He like screaming in my face, and I had my phone out, because I was on FaceTime with my two sisters, like letting them know what happened, and they basically snatched my phone, and they was like, "We're not gonna give you your phone back until you leave, this hotel room or whatever the case may be," and I'm like, give me my phone. And then a lady came and she was like, oh, you putting hands on them. I'm like, I'm not putting hands on them or whatever. Which one guard, as I'm trying to grab my phone, like he's like pushing me in my face, which is my personal property. That's one. So I get dressed and I'm like, I need to give me my phone, but I still have my AirPod on, um, and while they have my phone outside the room. So I'm sitting there, I'm getting dressed. The ladies in the room with me, they end up closing the door. We go in the hallway or whatever the case may be. And when we go in the hallway, we go downstairs. They finally give me my phone. Um, then like I'm recording them, they recording me, and the man that took my phone, he gave me my phone back. So I took his phone and I threw it. Yeah, it wasn't probably the best thing to do, but you took my property as well. Like, and then he tried to like jump in my face and whatever. He tried to jump in my face. Then I went back upstairs because they like just kept me in the area. Then the cops came and they was like, "Oh, they pressing charges on you." I said, "Pressure charges on me for what?" Like they are the ones that assaulted me. Like they was grabbing me. They took my personal property, and the cops were just being rude and disrespectful. "Oh, we're gonna take you to the, we're gonna take you to jail. We're gonna take you to jail. Heavy up and pack your stuff. You need to heavy up. You on my time. I don't have to deal with this shit." Just being real disrespectful. And at this point, like I'm calling the U.S. Assembly Embassy, U.S. Embassy, and I'm trying to like get have them help me. Um, yeah, I'm trying to have them help me, but they're not really trying to help either. Oh, it's a storm, but y'all understand this and stuff. And then the cops are just being disrespectful. Oh, I'm like, okay, I want to speak to your manager. He was like, you don't need to speak to my manager. I am the manager. And I'm like, no, you're not the manager. He's like, yes, I am the manager. You're going to speak to me. So I'm like, okay. So they have me downstairs. So they recorded me, but every time I took my phone out to record, oh, you need to delete that. You need to delete that. You can't record us. You need to record us. So everybody is in my face yelling and screaming and stuff, and they like, oh, you need to listen. First of all, then I get downstairs and y'all saying y'all don't have no more beds in the shelter, and y'all having us in a ballroom by the glass. Now where y'all have me at now, y'all saying that this is like the only space y'all could put me. First of all, if a storm is coming, then come on. So, that's part one. Jamaica, staying at Moon Palace and being assaulted by staff during Hurricane Melissa. They literally brought us to the ground floor. This room that I'm staying at is not the original room that they had me at. They wanted to put me with 900 people, but literally they assaulted me to get me downstairs, and there was no space. So I had to be put in here. Literally wet everywhere. Ceiling is falling in. Literally. Everywhere you go, they have to come and keep mopping. And this is where they have us. At nighttime, they had to keep putting sand here. Okay. At first, they had me here by myself, but then they moved two other people here, which now they have to move them because it's unsafe to be here because literally, y'all see the storm right there. Literally, it's unsafe to be down here on the ground floor with the storm, and now they're thinking about sending us to our rooms. Isn't that iconic? Ironic? Another thing I saw people saying before, you need to comply with them. What y'all not understanding is I spoke to two managers before, and one manager told me that I could stay in my room. Even if they came to my room and they changed their mind, when the hotel security came, they said they was gonna talk. First of all, they knocked on my door, then they busted into my room. Then they said that they was gonna get the manager. They got the head of security that was rude and disrespectful. I don't care if it's a storm or not. They don't have the right to assault me or be disrespectful. A hurricane does not give people the right to treat anybody any type of way. So we gotta stop that right there. Then when the manager came, he was already on 10. He was already on 10, and I get it, they're away from their families, but I'm away from my home too. So I have a right to feel any type of way. I have a right to feel a type of way, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be disrespectful, and that doesn't mean that they should as well. it's ways that you talk to people. So even if they felt like, you know what, okay, yeah, the manager told you that, but this is the rules and regulations now, they could have at least sent a female with them at that moment. They waited until the last minute. And then they could have at least said, you know what, yeah, we understand that was that before, but this is now. And they could have at least talked to me with respect and dignity. Dignity. They could have really at least talked to me with respect, but they chose not to. They chose to disrespect me, which was uncalled for. Then, me, them assaulting me and sitting here taking my private property, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And for y'all saying, oh, well, you chose to come during the storm. Well, yeah, it's hurricane season, and I knew that during hurricane season, it's a 50-50 chance any hurricane could come. But nobody's thinking, oh, a hurricane is going to come. I didn't know about the hurricane until I came on Monday. They didn't tell me about it until like a couple of days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and they said it was gonna come on Thursday. And then I thought I was gonna leave on Sunday. I was trying to get an earlier flight. Everything was canceled and everything was overbooked. Just like the same way I sat there and I booked during hurricane season. If hotels know it's hurricane season, why are they still booking people? I see a lot of y'all saying here blaming tourists for doing this and doing that. Like, I get it that these are these people home, and I feel bad about everything that's going on, but we gotta stop victim blaming as well. At the end of the day, I did nothing wrong to be assaulted. It does not matter. So you mean to tell me that it's okay for people to put hands and take somebody's personal property just because they aren't listening to what they are saying? That's what y'all saying. And then y'all saying that basically me being on the 11th floor, which they allowed us to go back to our rooms, which my room was clean, no water on the floor, no nothing, because the door is barricaded. So this is a better condition where they had to move the people that they put in here, where they might have to move me when they considering taking us back to our rooms, because it's literally unsafe to be on the ground floor during this. Literally, that glass could come off. Then what? Then what y'all gonna be saying? Are y'all gonna come and save me? No. But a lot of y'all in there. But a lot of y'all in here talking shit. But okay. I finally got back to my room. At first, they wasn't gonna send us to our rooms because they didn't want to check the rooms. But then, like, a fire started happening, so they allowed everybody to come back to their room. This is my room. It's no damage or anything going on in the room so far. And also too, everybody was allowed to go to their room right away, but I had to sit here and wait 30 minutes for security to come to my room to open my door.
Yes, put in the comment section what you think about that. No, when this person update the story with the video footage of this alleged, incident, we will be sure to let you know what go on for that to go on. So just follow me on some other platforms that you see in front of you. And check out these things in the meantime, you see me? And do the right thing and like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop the latest story. Bless.